Some suggestions, some mandates.
Welcome to DMac Smack for August 4th, my parents' wedding anniversary. And we're going to talk about the Broncos and what they had going on yesterday. Trade deadline for the Rockies with what they did do and what they didn't do, probably more notably. And Prime speaks at camp and kicks a kid out of a meeting. You'll see that all coming up here this morning as we get going. Well, it's morning, at least when I'm recording this. We're brought to you by Journey Spice, and there's a new QR code. Not a new QR code. There's a new coupon code. This is the QR. Hit this, and then use the new coupon code Go Denver. That's Go Denver, and you will save yourself 10% on Journey Spice, which I love, on all of my food. It's so delicious. Incredible packaging. And yeah, Go Denver. That's the mantra at Amazon.com. Organic, non-GMO, no salt, no sugar, just all natural greatness. It's Journey Spice. More of my friends on Journey Spice in a little bit, but I gotta tell you, I love the Journey Spice. All right. Broncos yesterday had a short practice and cooler temperatures today, which are good. The most full-throated get-after-it practice of training camp will actually be tomorrow. So that's the one, that's the big banger. But we'll be out there broadcasting until 2 p.m. as we will be for every single training camp practice. At 8 p.m., so if there's a practice during the day, at 8 p.m. at night, it's training camp recap. And that's me and Mike Sanford. At 6 p.m., altitude football, that's always at 6 p.m. On Sunday nights, it's actually at 8:30. And then Monday, me and Chad on Mondays and Thursdays. Tuesday, it's me and Sanford, although Sanford will now just be on training camp recap tonight. And then Wednesday is cocktail hour with myself and Rachel. And Rachel has, what are we doing? Sauvignon Blanc pickle martini. Goodness gracious. That sounds good. So that is tomorrow night. So that's just the calendar of things to come. In terms of practice yesterday, a little bit nondescript. Luke Wattenberg got injured, left the field. Alec Forsythe took over for him. The return of Drew Sanders, which was good. Clarification that Jahdae Barron is not a safety. He is a corner, and Sean laughed at everybody who was talking about that. Also, a lot of talk about Davis Webb and the relationship that Sean has with him.
Well, we're in the preseason now. In the regular season, I think it'll be very similar to like what we did, maybe not as late. In the preseason, it's still the same. Like I've got some notes for the offensive staff. At some point today, we'll go in and just talk about a few things. So I don't think any of that's changed. I think I've said this. The bigger change will just be game day, listening, and not initially looking down at the call sheet, but following it.
Will you interject a lot? You think?
Well, I'm sure in a healthy way. Look, this is going to work. It's going to be. It's. I've done it before. Yeah.
Talk about Bill.
No, I'm not going to be tough like Bill.
Bo said you still have a play sheet, though. And
Yeah.
previously, there'll be times we might suggest things, this or that. Like, could you see yourself in Davis's here, being like, about this?
Yeah. Some suggestions, some mandates. It'll work fine.
All right, well, that's where that comes. Some suggestions, some mandates, figuring out the flow. They're working together well. Adam Troutman, talked about Davis Webb having a lot of pep in his step and being a younger guy.
Well, I've had a bunch of experience with that because Declan Doyle, obviously the OC for the Ravens, like he was our tight ends coach here, and he was barely younger than me, right? So you kind of are familiar with how to deal with that. But Davis also played, right? So he also understands a lot of it. But yeah, he brings a lot of energy. obviously he relates to the players well. And yeah, I mean, we're excited to have him. He is a little ball of energy out there, honestly, and it's pretty fun. And it's cool to get into meetings and just watch him talk about concept, scheme, everything as a whole. That's really cool because you never really stop learning this league. So because there's new concepts every year, there's new like fads of things people like to do, like the new trend. So yeah, it's cool to watch him talk about things.
So there you go. We're doing well with Davis Webb. The offense is doing well. There was an interception by Riley Moss, kind of a contested interception over Cortland Sutton. Everybody's making a big deal. It was a nice play. It was funny. Talanoa Hufanga, who had his daughter in arms, talks about Riley Moss getting a lot of flags and the myth of the white corner.
Trigger happy when it comes to the flags with him, but he is a guy that works really hard. I got to work out a lot with him this offseason. And just seeing the details, I think, he's a very athletic human being. Like, a lot of people kind of discredit it because, it's the white corner. I'm not going to say that, but that's what everybody else does. But he is probably actually one of the most athletic corners I've ever been around. Quick twitch. And now it's really just what can we do to get his technique to where it's at. And, coaches have done a great job. He's done a great job. And hopefully go out there and make more plays like that he did today. Go out there and make a lot of those this season. And he'll be very happy when it comes at the end of the year.
When you look back at
Defense for the Broncos was very good last year, but if there was something that they can improve, it certainly was in the takeaway department. For the Broncos to be hovering around 0 or in the minus category in giveaway takeaway was remarkable for a team with 14 regular season wins, kind of unheard of. And a lot of those games aren't as close if you do get the takeaways. Sean knows how important that is.
It's a good question. Now, certainly there are those more predisposed with athleticism that can put themselves in position to create more turnovers. But I do think more than anything, we saw 2 players in this year's draft that had a rare amount of not takeaways, but caused fumbles. And I think if we went and saw their practice, we would probably see that, hear that, feel that being taught.
Well, Sean, then was he
There you go. Perhaps that's a good sign. Nice job by Riley Moss. Cool. There wasn't a hell of a lot going on. I will tell you something that did happen. We've seen Marvin Mims flash and Jalen Waddle flash and even Akeem Butler have a couple of big plays. It was good to see Pat Bryant getting in the mix, and Sean brought up a reason why that might be the case.
I think, look, his weight's at a good spot. He's got some of the better hands in traffic with his feet on the ground. He's really good run after the catch. I said this to you guys a year ago. He's real smart, so he's someone that can move from X to the slot. It'll be easy creating his role.
Sean, given
really is Cortland Sutton's backup. I don't know how much in the slot Pat Bryant's going to play. We'll see. Perhaps that's the case, but it sounds like it sounds like he was a little too heavy. That's what it sounds like. I don't think Sean was fat shaming or anything. I mean, I wouldn't call him fat ever, but there's, walking around weight and then there's playing weight, and perhaps Pat Bryant needs to get to more playing weight than walk around weight. Okay. Well, we'll take improvements wherever we can get them. So back at it today for the Broncos at training camp for what is day 4. Day 4 of training camp, and they've been in top shoulder pads on Saturday. They were in full pads yesterday. We'll see today. Certainly they'll be in full pads on Wednesday, and it's a little bit cooler, which is a nice little break too. The Rockies, what they did and didn't do coming up next.
There's a world of flavor out there, and to find it, you have to take the journey. Journey Spice Company handcrafts the most premium spice and seasoning blends that have no sugar, no salt, are certified USDA organic, non-GMO, vegan-friendly, and always planet-friendly. You are going to love serving amazingly delicious creations while knowing you helped reduce single-use plastics. Make sure to search for Journey Spice Company on Amazon today.
You to Journey Spice. We love you, Journey Spice. You're the absolute best. use the code GODENVER and save yourself 10%. In terms of Rockies trades, well, Seth Halverson was traded a couple of weeks ago. Yesterday, Victor Vodnik traded to Miami. Brenton Doyle, who just returned to the Rockies, was returned to Chicago to the White Sox. And Antonio Sensatella, who's been with the team forever, now is a member of the Milwaukee Brewers. So he gets to play for a contender and join the Miz there in Milwaukee. When the announcement was made, Senza was playing catch in the outfield and took a photo with the grounds crew and even had time to talk to the media, which was kind of cool. In fact, he found out from his wife that he had been traded. So that's a unique way to find out you're gone after 10 years with the Rockies.
How'd the conversation go with your wife?
That's crazy. She knows before me.
Right?
Yeah, because I was playing catch, so when I get in, she's like, "We going?" I was like, "Where we going?" "We going Brewers." I was like, "Okay, that's nice." So they excited, so everything is getting ready at home. I need to get there. My kids are excited.
Sensatella was a disaster eventually as a starter. I mean, it was awful. They put him in the bullpen, and he was better for a while, but for whatever reason, whatever magic Sensatella had, but they're looking for him as a depth bullpen piece, and Milwaukee is trying to make a run, and that's what you do. The Rockies were definitely sellers more than buyers, but they didn't trade Mickey Moniak. They didn't trade Jake McCarthy. They didn't trade Hunter Goodman. They didn't trade Willie Castro. Listen, I'm excited about it. Not only did they not trade Mickey Moniak, but it came out later that Mickey Moniak was getting a 2-year deal and expected to sign that 2-year deal later today. And I'm excited about that. Mickey Moniak has been terrific for the Rockies. So the fact that he's sticking around for a couple years and is still a really young player, I think that's good. The Rockies lost 13-9. They actually made a nice little comeback, but it was Moniak who was one of the stars.
Arbitration, then would have been a free agent. This ball hammered deep right field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. 18th big fly for Mickey.
Let's get another. We're going to see at least 2 more years of this. And for Mickey Moniak, he continues to do damage against right-handed pitching.
I love it. I love it. I love that Moniak's here. I love that Jake McCarthy's here. Listen, I've heard some people say, oh, what a defeatist attitude just to try to not lose 100 games. To win 63 games this year would be a 20-game improvement. That is sensational on any level. And if you look at the White Sox, who are battling for a playoff spot right now, and think of them a couple years ago as the worst team ever, that's the trajectory you want the Rockies to be on. I mean, the Rockies did a deal trading Brenton Doyle to the White Sox. The White Sox are buyers, not sellers. So Doyle goes for Mason Adams, who they have a lot of hopes for, and a 16-year-old who's in the Dominican Developmental League, Carlos Vilma. 16 years old. He got a $1.5 million signing contract. Wow. Sensatella goes to Milwaukee and Vodnik to Miami. And they pick up Connor Norby and Aiden May for Victor Vodnik. I'm trying to see what they actually got for Sensatella. Missing. Oh, wait, hold on. They got Mark Manfredi, left-handed pitcher, and Martinez, a shortstop. Okay, so there you go. In terms of the game itself, quickly, it was another disastrous night for Lorenzen.
Oh, boy, he just hit another.
But that was actually Tanner Gordon, who was also terrible. I mean, there's some Rockies pitching that is just so abysmal. You're not sure what to do with. Lorenzen's been a complete disaster this year. He's 3-10 on the year, 3 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, all earned, no strikeouts. So with all those muscles, he can't get a strikeout. 3 walks. Then Tanner Gordon threw a lot of strikes, 49 strikes on 58 pitches, but 6 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 3 strikeouts at least. He gave up 2 home runs. Lorenzen gave up a home run. Rockies committed 2 errors. I mean, there are moments where it's just like, oh boy.
Oh boy, he just hit another.
Oh.
In the air to left, Simpson will have a play. And on one pitch, that will end the ball game. The Rockies made the Rays a little nervous. Too much offense early, though, for Tampa. And they win.
I'm not sure how nervous they really were, but Tampa is a really good team. They're a first-place team in the AL East, and, hey, they'll give it a shot. But you know what? You didn't trade Moniak. You didn't trade Jake McCarthy or Hunter Goodman. Paul DePodesta, who runs the show with the Rocks, talks about not making certain deals.
You can comment on each of them.
Yeah, no, I think, and it probably not just each of those guys, but there were more too. We had a lot of players that were asked about. As I said, I didn't. We had a set price in mind of what it would take to acquire any of our players. We think we got a lot of good players here. We think we have the foundation of something that has a chance to be pretty good. So with that, it was going to take a lot, I think, to pry any of those pieces away. And I don't think we got particularly close on any of those players because it just, I think our internal price was going to be higher than what the market would bear.
Hey, I'm happy for this, man. I think those 3 at least, McCarthy, Goodman, and Moniak are really good players. So if you can't get the right value for them, I wouldn't just get rid of good players just for the sake of getting rid of good players. You got some developmental guys for Senzatella and Moniak and Halverson, both 100-mile-an-hour hurlers, and Senzatella is real damn close to it. But so what? That is just not that big of a deal anymore. And I think they're good trades. I'm sorry Victor Vodnik didn't work out here. You thought for a while he would be a closer, but he just had his location struggles, and perhaps he does better down in Miami. Senzatella in Milwaukee's a piece to the puzzle, and you get prospects back. So I love it. I mean, and you get Mickey Moniak, who's been on fire.
I think Mickey's an important part of what we're doing. Again, he had a very good year last year. I think he's been off to a great start this year. Unfortunately, missed a little time with the injuries, but he's a legitimate middle-of-the-order bat for us. He's a leader, in our clubhouse. He's a veteran who's been around a little bit longer. He's also been in some different organizations, so he knows what it should look like. He also knows sometimes maybe what it shouldn't look like, which is just as valuable. And that's important, not just for his peers in the clubhouse, but also for me and for Shafe, as we try to shape our culture here. So I think Mickey's value both on the field and off the field is really important to us.
Well, I'm a fan of it too. You got to have some good players, and those 3 guys, and Willie Castro, 4 really good players. So I'm all for it. Meanwhile, Mason Adams gets we get this guy Mason Adams, who's in AAA right now, for Brenton Doyle, and DePodesta thinks Mason Adams could actually be in the starting rotation. That would be an unbelievable deal. If you get a starting rotation pitcher for Brenton Doyle, that would be amazing.
So we think Mason Adams has a chance to be in our rotation. Again, I'm not sure exactly when that's going to start, but that's when we see him as, going forward at some point. Certainly being a very, very viable competitor for our rotation, whether it's the end of this year, the beginning of next year, or sometime during the course of next year. He had Tommy John, so he missed all of 25, but he's back pitching now here in 26, pitching effectively in AAA, and we think he's got a bright future as a starter.
Well, if that's the case, then that's a great deal. And you have enough outfielders, in all honesty. Brenton Doyle, although he's a Gold Glove winner, he's been injured and with the bat has been inconsistent, to say the least. And again, you're keeping Moniak. You're keeping McCarthy. Jordan Beck got called up. Charlie Condon will be up. Zach Veen will be up. I mean, you got Cole Carrig. We're good there. We're good. So to get value for Brenton Doyle is fantastic. And Vodnik and Senza, wish him the best. But all these deals made sense to me. And I'm happy to see where the Rockies are at. But it's a work in progress, no doubt about it. Oh, boy. Finally, the University of Colorado Buffaloes with Deion Sanders are now down in training camp in Colorado Springs. So they go from one of the most beautiful colleges in the world to UCCS, which is in the Springs. Okay. Here is Deion Sanders talking and laying out what's really important and kicking a kid out of a meeting.
I want you guys, defensive coaches this side of the ball, offensive coaches this side of the wall. I want them to understand what you expect out of your group tomorrow, what we're not going to condone. First of all, we're not going to condone dress code not being according to the dress code. If I have to come and tell you to pull your socks up, I'm going to put you off the field and send you in. That's what I'm going to do. Like, you don't understand. I have, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. I have no patience. Time to go to work. I ain't here to play. I'm here to win, I'm here to dominate. So I ain't got no patience in regards to anything. And I'm gonna meet with some of y'all tonight regarding your attitudes that we getting about positions and the little cattiness, which some of y'all talking behind each other's back. And I don't play it. We're gonna handle it tonight, but I want to know exactly position coaches what you expect from your positions. We're gonna go defense first, then we're gonna go offense.
Who did he kick out there? That definitely wasn't a player. That was somebody was on the phone. You could hear that person like talking. Was that like a trainer or something, or somebody who tapes ankles? That was not a player. Get out. Get out. Get out. Go make your bed. Go pull your socks up and stop talking shit about each other. Let's go Buffs. Oh, it sounds like I'm a hater. I'm not. Oh, my God. I'm definitely not a hater. I'm pulling for the Buffs big time. But some of that stuff just makes me roll my eyes because, I don't know. All right. Thank you to Journey Spice. Thank you for watching. Let's go Buffs. And go Broncos. Go everybody. And go Rockies.
Oh, boy. He just hit another.